Welcome back everyone, Mariah here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the price of Bitcoin, what we've been seeing in price action over the weekend. Just make that a little bit straight. Price action over the weekend, going to be going over if I have bought any Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency recently. I'm also going to be talking briefly about my experience taking out a loan with Blockfi. I did that yesterday, and so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we saw just a few hours ago, it's currently almost 11:30 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday, March 21st. So this right here looked on the hourly chart like a really nice setup as this green 2 went above the green 1 on the daily chart. And I was anticipating, 7 more days of upside, but clearly that's not what we saw. We saw the low come in of 55,543. And that happened just a few hours ago. I was not anticipating that drop, but since then the price has jumped up and we are back at about 57.5 at the moment. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here on the 12-hour to kind of see what happened. We saw some choppiness here. I would be concerned if this red 2 right here starts trading below the red 1. Let's see how many hours are left. There's still about 8.5 hours left on the 12-hour chart for that particular candle. Let's see here. Hopefully we can, we have, 30 minutes left. So I would be more concerned if this red 4 was trading below this red 3. So I drew this channel on my chart probably 4 to 6 days ago. And I was basically looking at this range because I'm anticipating some support to be made in this level right here. You can see that that we all ultimately saw nearly bounce off of just the top of this channel that I created. And so the reason why I'm anticipating Bitcoin to, it traded a decent amount of hours in that range, and to potentially trade more in that range, maybe before we see new all-time highs, is because I think that that's going to be the next level of pullback. The reason why I say that is this. I'm anticipating Bitcoin to go in the mid $70,000 range. Let's go ahead and move this up here to about almost 73.6. That's just kind of I think we're going to see in between 73 and 78. Okay. And then if we see a pullback to this channel that I've created, that's about 32.5% if it pulls back to that particular range. And that's what I'm anticipating. One thing to think about is this. The longer the Bitcoin is drawn out and trades within these lower ranges before making a new all-time high, the more violent that breakout's going to be. So the fact that it's taken a few more days to break out and make new all-time highs, and then it's trading in this $55,000 to $58,000 range, is actually a positive thing from a sustainability aspect, right? We might not see as much of a pullback, and it's only probably going to go higher the longer that we trade at these high $50,000 levels. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 1 hour. So the 1 hour actually looks like it's potentially making a turnaround. We see here 3 green candles, a green 3 trading above a green 2. We see these moving averages. This green is looking like it's about to cross over the red. So that's going to continue to develop over the next few hours. And there's about 30 minutes left on that 1 hour chart. As far as the 30 minute goes, we made a higher high, which is good. We made a low here. This went just above this high right here, so that is also a sign that we might be having a momentum shift there. Same thing here on the 15-minute chart. We might see some pullback here to the 56 high 56 to low 57 range, and then probably continue. What we want to see here is Bitcoin make a higher high after it pulls back a little bit. I usually pay attention to the 5-minute. You could see here, it trended downwards for a few hours overnight, and it's now making higher highs, which is good. 1 minute chart here, it broke out nicely here, made a higher high, and is pulling back a little bit, and hopefully will continue to make higher highs and higher lows. So one thing to consider is this. What I have noticed when it comes to this particular bull market and comparing it to the bull market of 2017 is that Bitcoin tends to, when it has major pullbacks, it's usually either in the 25 to 30% pullback range or 10 to 15%. I'm fully anticipating this pullback to be, it's so far pulled back 15% from the high of the 60,000 range down to, let's see, 53. It's about a 13.5% pullback approximately. And so I don't think that we are going to go lower than this particular candle right here. I think we could continue ranging in this range, bouncing off this level, building support in like the $55,000 range, because I think that's going to be a level of support in the future. So what typically happens is when over time, when a level becomes resistance, it later on acts as support. Another interesting component of this is how we see the markets open, right? I think that Bitcoin is once again going to correlate with the S&P 500 tomorrow. If S&P starts trending upwards, I think Bitcoin's going to do the same. And if it starts trending downwards, I think Bitcoin is going to follow its lead. I think what you're going to see potentially tomorrow morning, trading like in the early hours of the morning, is Bitcoin trading a certain way, and it's going to pretty much adopt most likely whatever the S&P is doing tomorrow. So keep an eye on that as well. Ethereum is pretty much trading at the same frequency, I guess you could say, as Bitcoin here. But you could see the Ethereum to Bitcoin pair is sort of trending upwards as well. It's, you're kind of better off lately being in Bitcoin over Ethereum, as Ethereum has lost value against Bitcoin. So let me go ahead and get into some details about the Blockfi loan that I took out yesterday. So yesterday I requested a loan for $60,000. I am not really sure why it says $61,200. I'm assuming that they included the interest yesterday. That's what I'm assuming here, that the interest was included. I put up Ethereum as collateral. Basically, my game plan here was to go out and buy a Bitcoin with that. This is a situation that I just learned on Blockfi. It takes 1 to 2 days to get your loan. I requested USDC as a loan. I still have not received it yet. So that's the difference between Blockfi and Nexo, is at Nexo, you get your USDC immediately. Here on Blockfi, it's a 1 to 2 day delay. I also recently withdrew a very small amount on Blockfi, like 2.65 Ethereum, and it also takes 1 to 2 days to receive your funds as well. I'm assuming the reason for that is because they keep most coins in cold storage, which is good, that's a safe thing. But in return, there's that extra delay on getting your funds. So it's just a quick update there. I don't really have any cash on the sidelines to deploy to buy more Bitcoin. I would have to move things from like Interactive Brokers back into my bank and then over into Coinbase. So I took out this loan assuming it was going to come pretty quickly. I was hoping to buy at 57,000 yesterday. Didn't get the chance. It dropped. Bitcoin obviously dropped down to 55. Now it's back up in the $57,000 range. I don't know if I'll be able to buy in that range or if it's going to take off before then. So hopefully that deposit lands sooner rather than later, but I'll give you guys an update there. If the price isn't right, then I might not even end up using it and just pay the interest for the 1 month, which I believe is like $400 and something on the $61,000 loan. So if you want to use my links below to sign up for both Blockfi and the Blockfi credit card and help me get bumped up on the list so that I can get the credit card sooner and give you guys a review, go ahead and check out those links down below. That's all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.